Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Room with Romy. So today's video is going to be a little touchy. However, I just felt that it was my duty as a person of the melanin complexion to say something about what it's like to be Black in Korea. So as a disclaimer, I am a Black woman. However, I am not every Black woman, so my experience might have been different from others. It is not my intention to negate anyone's experiences, because we all know with the social climate that's going on today and with the racism and ignorance and so much rampant discrimination, it would be really distasteful for me to sit here and act like my experience is above other people or my experience is the norm. I don't want anyone to take away from anyone who has experienced racism, discrimination, or any sort of microaggression while they've been living in Korea. So we should take that into consideration, that Black lives will and always will matter no matter what. And no matter what happens, I'm in solidarity with everyone, all of my brothers and sisters that have been here or that have had experiences here, whether good or bad. I wanted to say that as a disclaimer because, again, my experiences speak for my life, but please don't use that as a way to challenge someone else's experience, because we don't do that over here on this channel. Now, I'm going to be doing my video a little differently from everyone else's. It's important for me to tell y'all my experiences. However, I don't want to say it in a way to discourage anyone from coming to Korea or to make everyone think it's okay and they're gonna have a fabulous life here. So I would rather just give you all tips on how I've been able to navigate living in Korea as a woman of melanated complexion, as a Black woman. So to start off, I'm gonna give you my stats. I've been in Korea for 3 years. I was an English teacher first, then I transitioned over to being a student. I'm under the Korean government scholarship, so I'm currently studying at Ewha Women's University as a graduate student. Now, have I personally experienced racism in Korea? No. However, I have been witness to a bit of ignorance, and I wouldn't necessarily say it's blatant. It's just some of the thought process here, Lord. I don't know how people think here. However, I've had to check a few of them, because they would say some things and it wouldn't be about me. You see, that's the funny thing. It wouldn't be about me, but it would be about other people. And I'm like, hold on a second, because I'll be honest with you. I think that me coming from Canada has definitely made a difference. Or me being raised in America and having the accent of an American, or having the American accent, has definitely put me in a different category. However, for my African friends, it is not the same thing. And I've found that people will make ignorant comments towards my friends or towards African countries, but for me, they think I'm different. I'm like, bro, I'm still Black. Like, what the hell? Sis, I'm still Black. The hell? So I wouldn't necessarily say it was blatant racism. I haven't experienced that. However, I will say that there were a lot of ignorant comments that were made. And also, being in university, I find that it's worse. I think that the professors here, some of them need to be educated. And I know it's crazy that I'm saying that, because they're supposed to be educated, you would think, right? But I found that with some older professors, they still have that mindset that, you know, every Black person comes from Africa, or they will try to minimize where you're from. So, for example, if they're talking about African countries, they say, oh, they're poor and all of these things. Or if they're talking about Southeast Asian countries, they will say, oh, they don't have money and all these things. So everything here has like an economic connotation to it. So I think more of the mindset that I've encountered here has been ranking you by your economics, where you're from, than your skin color. So some people, though, they could just be racist. Who knows? I didn't have that experience. And like I said in my disclaimer, other people have experienced them blatantly being discriminated against because of their skin color. However, for me, I haven't found anyone blatantly discriminating against me for my skin color. However, I have been witness to a lot of ignorant comments. I haven't had my hair touched. I haven't been petted here. I haven't had anyone move away from me except for when the COVID situation happened. Now that right there has really shown me that this country has problems with foreigners. So I would say more of my experience has been based on me being an outsider than necessarily being Black. And it could be both, I don't know. But I will say that I have not had many negative experiences here. And most of the negative experiences that I've had have been at school, which is crazy, isn't it? I'm gonna do a video about that, y'all. Once I graduate, don't worry. That tea is piping hot and it's gonna be coming. But I can't say anything now because I'm still in school. But I have seen some of the way that they move here and I don't like it. And it has happened to foreigners here. Let's get into the meat of this video. So, how to be confident and unbothered while living in Korea. I think this is what helped me because I really don't give a damn, to be honest with y'all. I don't care what a Korean think about me. Because at the end of the day, I'm here. What you gonna do, deport me? What you gonna do? You know, and that's been my attitude from the beginning. And I think that's the reason why I probably haven't recognized anything, or I've been oblivious maybe, or maybe I just, people know what time it is with me, so they just wasn't on. One thing I will tell you is that the first thing is, it's not you, it's them. If they're acting ignorant or if they're being racist towards you, that's on them. At the end of the day, they don't pay my bills. They have nothing to do with me. So they can say whatever they want to say. As long as they don't touch this, we good. Because trust and believe me, I don't keep my mouth closed. And I'm the type of person, if you have something to say to me, you better say it to me with kindness, because I'm not going to sit here and take your BS. Just like I wouldn't at home, I don't do that here. My rule is this: if I wouldn't accept it at home, I'm not accepting it here. I damn sure ain't accepting it here, because I didn't come all the way here to be disrespected. And that's my way of saying that it's not you, it's them. Whatever problem they have, that's on them. Don't focus too much on that. The encounter that you had, yeah, it's hurtful, and yeah, it can be emotional. However, it's an encounter that can either make you or break you while you live here. And you can't let every experience taint the way that you see a group of people, because not everyone is like that. Just like not everyone back home is a racist, not everyone back home is ignorant, not everyone back home is this or that. What I would say is check the hell out of people here. Another thing I would tell you is that people here, they don't like confrontation. So as soon as you speak up, they're gonna cower down. And they don't like to be confronted on stuff. I don't have time for it. So if somebody's being rude with me, I'm gonna check you. I'm not just gonna let you be rude to me. And best believe I'm gonna say something about it. That's the way that I operate here. And same thing for my friends. If my friends go through something, I'm like, all right, bet, let's roll. Let's get this clown. Let's get this clownette. Let's get this person. You know what I mean? Who said that to you? What? They said what? Because I wouldn't accept it back home. So all of that to say, it's not you, it's them. So let them be sitting in their ignorance. I'm not saying that you can't be hurt about it. I'm not saying you shouldn't be emotional about it. I'm just saying that for me, I don't let anyone come up and step to me. And to be honest with you, nobody has. And I think I have it on my face. I don't know what it is. I basically, I'm ready to check somebody. I'm ready to check. And I'm ready to let you know where you could go and how you could get there, because you ain't about to ruin my fabulous day, and you're not about to talk about me, not to my face. No, oh no, you're not about to do that. And now I will say that Korea has strong defamation laws, so you might not want to target or say anyone's name in particular or a business name, because you can get in trouble for that and can get sued here. Unfortunately, they don't have human rights laws here, so it's every man or woman for themselves. What I will say though is speak up as far as defend yourself. Say something for yourself. Even if you can't speak in Korean, people can still understand body language, and people can still understand anger and frustration. Now, you don't want to overdo it where the cops are called on you, you know what I mean? Because we don't need that right now. But however, You can say something in a way where you can let the person know that it's not okay what you're doing to me. It's not okay. And that is a universal language. So I will say speak up, and also tell other people what you're going through. Don't hold things inside. If you have an issue, talk to someone. If you have a friend who speaks Korean, say it to them so they can help you. Or if you have another thing that I said was that there's a Black community here. Come to our community. There are some people in that community that will be able to help you. So don't go through anything alone. Speak up. Like, just like back home, you wouldn't let a racist attack happen, or you wouldn't let someone do something to you. Speak up about it and say something. Another tip is be proud of your Blackness. Be proud of where you come from. Be proud of being the ancestor of such a rich and royal lineage. Hell, my ancestors, they literally overthrew an entire government. And you really think that your behind in this country is going to tell me something about myself and try to make me feel like I'm lower than what I am? No ma'am, no sir, that is not gonna happen. Not on my watch. It's not gonna happen. And I'm proud of being Black. I'm proud of my Blackness. I'm proud of being where I come from. I'm proud of representing what my ancestors only dreamed of 400 years ago. My ancestors went through a lot for me to get to where I am today. I ain't gonna let no Korean or no other person, no X amount of person, tell me where I am and where I come from and who I am. No one's gonna tell me anything about myself that's gonna make me feel less than what I am. So I would say this: just remember where you're from. Remember who you are. Remember where you come from. That's so important, because once you remember that, you can walk here with your head up high. I don't have time for you. I don't have time for this. You want me to leave this country? Well, guess what? I'm here. Make me. So that's the attitude that I have, and that has helped me navigate through living in Korea. Remember your goal here. So don't let them derail you from what your agenda is here, from what your goal is, because they can ruin your experience here, but you're not going to let them do that. You're not going to let them try to ruin your Blackness, and you're also not going to let them ruin your goals here and what you got going on here, because that's just as equally as important to you. I hope that this video helped you and helped you to understand my experience as a Black person, especially as a Black woman in Korea. I also will say this, that you're beautiful. Whoever you are watching this, you're beautiful. You're amazing. You are created by God to be who you are, and you are the originator. We have so much to offer. We're smart, we're intelligent, we're beautiful. We have so much to offer this world, and you would do yourself a disservice if you came here and didn't remember that. So, on that note, I want to say I love you, all my sisters. Please make the decision. If you want to live abroad in Korea or any other country, don't let your skin color limit you. There are others out there who have been living here, and we can help support you. So definitely comment below if you have any questions about Korea, specific questions, and I'll be more than willing to help you out. If you want to come here and teach, if you want to come here and study, definitely comment below or send me a DM, or you can email me, and I'll be more than ready and willing to help you all. So on that note, take care of yourselves and